Hey everyone, Screaming Geek Me here. I am Jerry the Geek. Today we're going to talk about the 4K of Van Helsing. But before we get into that, if you like physical media, 4Ks, Blu-rays, DVDs, if you like home theater, movies in general, please check out my other videos on my channel because I do these reviews, unboxings, collection updates, discussions. Check that stuff out. Hit the like button, subscribe, turn your bell notifications on, and always comment below. Let me know what you think of anything. So let's get into talking about the 4K of Van Helsing. The movie came out in 2004, PG-13, has Hugh Jackman, Kate Beckinsale, Richard Roxburgh, also directed by Stephen Sommers, who's also known for, he did the first two Mummy movies with Brendan Fraser. So the movie takes place back in the late 1800s. Starts out, story with, it's not just vampires, it starts out with Dr. Frankenstein creating his monster, and then you meet Dracula, and then a werewolf. So the movie actually involves, Frankenstein monster and werewolf as well. Van Helsing is brought in by the Vatican. He's raised by them, and he goes out and captures or kills monsters. And so they bring him in to go after Dracula. Now, I have to admit, I have not been a fan of this movie. We'd first seen it back in the day with, through Netflix when we had the Blu-ray rentals. But I really didn't care for it. But my wife liked it. So when it came to 4K, I decided, to pick it up for her. So I thought I'd give it another chance myself. And yeah, the second time around, not much better. Still not a fan of it. It's okay. It's watchable for me. I can't pinpoint what I don't like about it. There's something about it that just doesn't resonate with me. It's action-packed. I mean, I can see why a lot of people really like this movie, but I just don't get into it. One of the big drawbacks for me is the CG. It's heavily overused in it and just looks like crap for the most part, especially on 4K. It really brings out how bad the CG actually looks. Some of the good moments for me are, I can't remember the guy's name. He works for the Vatican. He follows along as a Van Helsing sidekick, and the guy's pretty funny throughout the whole movie. I did enjoy that part of it. Now, this 4K comes from Universal, came out in 2017. Was filmed in 35 millimeter, had a 2K digital intermedia, so everything's upscaled to 4K, HDR10, and pretty impressive presentation here. I mean, the opening sequence is all done in black and white to give that nostalgic look to it. And then it goes into color. A lot of the movie is very dark, so the blacks are very deep, very nice high contrast. But it has those pops of the details really show up when you can see them. Color saturation is incredible. Definitely some early scenes where when you're involved with churches, you see the stained glass. That really leaps off the screen against that black background. Also, when you're in the Vatican, the red robe, that really pops off the screen, looks great. And the fire elements really pops off the screen. So visually speaking, this is very impressive. I was very, even though I didn't care for the movie, I really enjoyed the 4K. And as far as the Blu-ray goes, I've never owned this. And just, comparing with the Blu-ray here, Blu-ray is fairly good, pretty decent, but definitely you can see the better color saturation and upticks in the detail on the 4K. Everything has a much, deeper, richer look compared to the Blu-ray. Now for the audio, they gave us a DTS-X track here. Of course, I don't have that. I'm still, 5.0 for me. Incredible. This is definitely an audio track that you can show off your system with. You want to crank this up. This will knock your socks off. Everything is well balanced, from front to rear, left to right, clear dialogue throughout, great use of surrounds. So you could probably consider this a reference track because it is really good. And of course, the score was done by Alan Silvestri, which is one of my favorite composers. I did a video of that recently called Movie Maestros, talking about all the different composers out there, and actually do my top 10 list of movie scores and composers. But yeah, I love Silvestri. He does some incredible stuff. And this here is the score is incredible. For packaging, you just got a standard keep case here. And back there. And you got both discs there, some nice artwork over the 4K. And this does come with a digital code. It's not in here, so I probably did redeem it before I started keeping them to give them away. Now for the bonus features, they have it split up. The 4K just has a couple audio commentaries. But on the Blu-ray disc, we got Van Helsing, The Story, The Life, The Legend. We got Bringing the Monsters to Life. Dracula's Lair is transformed. The Masquerade Ball Scene, Unmasked. And also got The Art of Van Helsing. The Music of Van Helsing. Bloopers, which if you follow me, times when it comes to bonus features, a lot of times bonus features I don't really get into like I used to. But bloopers, gag reels is always my favorite. I love that stuff. Also has some monster eggs. Track the Adventures, plus the audio commentaries is on a Blu-ray as well. So a nice little list of bonus features included here. So to wrap it up, I would recommend getting this. As far as again, I'm not a fan of the movie myself, but the 4K, the visuals is impressive, the audio is top notch. So if you don't have this, I would recommend getting this. This is incredible. A good way to show off your system. Now, I know last night when I put my notes together, this was on Amazon for $10.99, but they got their sale going on right now. This is actually $9.99. So if you want this, get in there today and snag this for $10. Definitely worth the money. So that pretty much does it from a look at the 4K Van Helsing. Yeah, please comment below. Let me know what you think of anything. Like, subscribe, turn your bell notifications on, and we'll see you soon. Geek out.